We are recording, sir.
Yeah.
For those of you listening in, I am too far away from Tommy to hear anything he's saying. Let's go see what he's up to.
It's a nice the connection, this little area for the dry area in this kayak is pretty legitimate with this screw-on cap in there. I mean, there might be a couple drops, nothing crazy. So we're recording.
We are.
That's fantastic.
This is the first ever.
This is
after
the,
like 7 attempts.
Yeah, this is the first official, like, you know.
Who knew that it would be so difficult?
Good audio, good video.
Yeah.
You know. We'll edit this out right here, right now.
We're not editing any of this. You can edit it, Tommy. Just because the banter isn't high quality enough for you.
The banter is always high quality. I was talking more about the
I was trying to give you a free pass, Tommy.
We're
talking about nothing. You were talking about the banter.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Whatever.
So wait, did we got to get Donnie out here? So Wyatt's friend Donnie, he's a character as well. He's always got some good stories. So Chris, I heard, and Wyatt, you'll appreciate this too. I heard a theory about the universe that I had not come across before, which was, you're familiar with the simulation theory, Chris? Obviously.
Obviously.
Right? Have you heard about the simulation theory? That that the universe is in a simulation, basically, is what the overarching goal of that is. Like, the whole every space, matter, everything was created. We're just in a simulation of some sorts, basically.
Maybe they're just running through different scenarios, like, hey, what happens if Donald Trump's in office? Or what happens if COVID happens? And they're like, oh, turns out people don't know how to handle a pandemic. They're morons. But then what's beyond the simulation?
Like, exactly what you're talking about. I was talking about this 30 years ago. But I was saying it was like an alien.
Yeah, exactly.
Group was watching over us, right?
Yep.
Say in the beginning of time we started out.
You know, you're speaking my language.
Because I read a book called Nanotechnology one time that said if religion never came around, we would have had the steam train would have been invented about the same time Christ was born. But the book was saying that religion has slowed scientific technology advances up. So
I believe it.
right? So
The Earth's only 6,000 years old, so.
Here we started out, and by the time by 1700 we wiped the Earth out with nuclear bombs because we didn't have any morals because there was no. So then they started back over again, and this time they added religion in to slow down our technology. So we wipe each other out so fast.
That's such an interesting thought right there.
Well, you know, I've gone down the rabbit hole on a lot of different theories, but never on that.
So the new portion of that I heard, which was news to me, was that we are in a simulation, but the simulation wasn't designed for Earth and humans. We're just a byproduct of physics, basically, from this simulation. I was like, I can get behind that. I can see the logic in there. It's not even our
simulation.
It's not even our simulation. We just popped out of it somehow.
And then they discover us and like, oh, dude, there's an entire colony of like hominids or whatever, humanoids.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
We would be whatever they are.
Exactly.
Alienoids.
Alienoids.
We don't really know much about past. I mean, the archaeologists find stuff out all the time. They just girl's skeleton that's 7,000 years old. That was a group of humanoids they never even knew existed. That was part of humanoids they never existed.
Dude, yeah, and like they're talking about the pyramids being way older than what was originally anticipated. And the fact that they are so perfect so essentially, like, if it would fit in an perfect half sphere, which you have to get it so precise, down to like 6 inches, like just turned a certain degree.
Yeah.
And this entire structure was built so precisely that it was spot on
And
and withstood the sands of time, literally.
doesn't the top of one of the pyramids, like, isn't it designed so that it points directly at, like, what was it?
Like Orion or something.
Right, yeah, like I get, like, there's, yeah, like,
all of them are lined up exactly with three stars.
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. The precision on all, like, just the actual, the build and the astrology factor.
You guys ever watch Ancient Alien shows at all?
Oh, yeah. I grew up on Ancient Alien.
They talk about that a lot. And one guy even said that it might have been a power plant, but you poured like hydrogen peroxide. They filled it with hydrogen peroxide. It would be some kind of power plant.
Wait,
yeah.
What?
Well, if you just put, like, acid and...
Oh, there was 3 over here that went up. It was wild. Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, maybe it was a giant battery.
I've never heard that one before.
I read that book. They talk about that book called The 12th Planet.
Hmm.
And I read it, and it was pretty wild. This
What?
guy says that there was, you've probably seen it, like, you know, I forget what they called them, but there was an ancient group, what were they called, Anunnaki or something?
Oh, yeah, the Anunnaki.
Right?
Yeah, by the Sumerians.
Yeah, Sumerians, right? They found all those tablets in Turkey.
Mm-hmm. The first known civilization.
And they talk about flying to different planets and stuff in those tablets. They say they could,
Wait, what?
in the 12th planet, they say, on these tablets, they name the planets. They don't name them, but they say there's like 9 planets or whatever there is.
Yeah.
But they name them from the outermost planet to the Earth, not from the Earth out. So they're saying that they name them that way because they came from outside our solar system.
Oh.
That's how they saw the planet. I don't know. Some people say this guy interpreted them, and some people say this guy interpreted them all wrong.
Yeah.
Look at the geese coming over.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
But it was pretty interesting. They said they came here to mine gold. And what they did was they were using us Neanderthals, and they were mixing our DNA to make a big, strong...
Right. Something that was...
That would mine the gold for them.
So I always had this funny theory where I'm like, listen, aliens, they're just a bunch of contractors trying to source raw materials. So, you know, they can hop through time pretty easily. So what they do is either they go back in time or they plant the seed, and then they come back and they look over us for a little bit, help us build some pyramids here and there. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, oh yeah, gold and diamonds. Like, where everybody who gets married is going to have some gold. And then eventually they'll just come back and harvest. And they'll be like, all right.
This guy says there's a planet that comes close to our planet like every 3,500 years or something.
Yeah.
And they were like on that planet flying back and forth from there to our planet. It was pretty crazy. Some of the stuff that was in there.
Well, with the recent disclosure and everything going on, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody out there knows a heck of a lot more than what they're letting on.
Yeah.
I think we went
It
into
actually talks about the flood in there on those tablets. They talk about the great flood that we
really?
in the Bible. And he talks about in the Bible it says, you know, I think it was after the flood that God, everybody was living on the earth and getting along, and then but I forget why. But
Hold on, I can't hear you.
God changed all their languages, so everybody couldn't communicate so easily. That made it hard for people to communicate.
Oh, the Tower of Babel? Yeah. Oh, let me get on your right.
I was thinking, I wonder.
Yeah, because I got the
my
camera.
God, that one did almost a double axle right there out of the wall. That was amazing. The next time, I wonder if you should double up with the old sea tunnel and them wrists.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about this yesterday. So do you both ever think that learning a foreign language will ever be, looked at as not a useful part of your time? because no one's communicating via voice anymore, where you're going to have to learn a language without having the technology to help you decipher any language.
I mean, at this point, there are apps that you just speak into your phone and presto chango.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that over in Italy.
Oh yeah.
And I went up to get a sandwich. And what you do is, I think you typed it in English, and it would print it out in Italian.
Mm-hmm.
It would show the English, then it would show the Italian. And I did it to this guy. And I went up to get a sandwich, and the guy reads it. He goes, "Can you cut my sandwich in half?" "Sure, I'll cut your sandwich in half." I didn't know he could speak English.
Oh yeah, they all speak English, but they probably thought it was a polite gesture.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of just going up and assuming.
But if I were in your shoes in that moment, Wyatt, I would have gone up like a giddy little schoolgirl, thinking to myself, like, I'm so awesome right now. I get to use technology to explain to this gentleman exactly what I want. This order will be perfect.
The cashier spoke English, and when I ordered the sandwich, I forgot to tell her to cut it in half. So this guy was like behind the counter. So I wanted to grab. She disappeared. So I was trying to.
Yep.
It takes me 20 minutes to type it in. You know how I am.
Yeah, I bet they got AirPods you could
Can I cut it? Yeah, sure,
you
I'll
could
cut
put
it.
in.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I should have asked you if you spoke English before I went through all that trouble.
I looked at that house yesterday on Zillow, the one at the point, the farthest one.
Yeah.
2.6 million.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Eventually, I don't know if we're not going to be able to get there to this morning or today, but
It's not for sale.
no. It's
I think that's tunnel.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Is it for sale
No.
or is that just an estimate?
Just an estimate. I wanted to look it up. I don't think it's ever been for sale.
Dude,
It's probably low.
if these big houses go up for sale, you think they just let anybody tour? Who's like, oh yeah, I'm interested.
I really want to do that. Yeah.
Because we toured your house and nobody seemed to care.
Yeah, well, there was definitely a moment of time where nobody had gone to that house for a significant amount of time.
What was the condition? What was the state like when you guys had moved in? Did they clean it for you?
Yeah, it was clean. It was, you could tell that, like, just nobody had lived there for years, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you could tell, like, it was cleaned on probably once a seasonal basis type of thing and stuff too, because everything was like where it needed to be, and I don't know, it looked like it hadn't been touched
Just had that
from
air.
like when it first got built back in like 2002. Like,
Dude, check out the sun. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I was just noticing that. How beautiful is that?
That's nuts.
I went hunting
I gotta get a photo of that for sure.
Through the trees, you could see this orange. It looked like the whole woods were on fire.
Yeah.
And we were like, look at that, there's a giant fire over there. And then all of a sudden we realized it was
That's beautiful today.
It's taking everything in me not to stare directly at the sun like a moron.
I just did with my sunglasses. I think you're okay. It's not coming in at that angle where it's pretty bad yet.
I got a bunch of squigglies, and I always thought it was because I stared at the sun when I was a kid.
Nope,
Not at all.
not at all.
But I remember dude, check out these fish jumping like crazy over here.
They're all over the place.
So you got squigglies?
Yeah, you know, those little amoebas. I think it's just the cornea, yeah.
What I
The gel.
what I believe.
I can't even, my right eye, sometimes I have a hard time reading because things are right where I'm trying to read.
So what I looked
bummer.
up one time is that those squigglies actually means that you're slightly dehydrated, because the fluid that's actually in your eye socket, in your eyeball and stuff, that can fluctuate and move back and forth as you move, and it's those pockets of air is what those squigglies come from.
Oh, let's not go too far, guys.
Oh yeah,
I can feel my hands like.
It's already jacking up.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull over and
You guys,
switch?
you got two. All right. So yeah.
How about you want to pull over the shore and just switch? You sit in the front.
No, I'm not getting out on the shore. You crazy?
All right.
Are you trying to truck it?
No, I was
Because
just
going out.
I was trying to enjoy the flotilla today.
Yeah, I mean going out like we're already cruising.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the way back, feeling like working 3 times as hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
We could switch out. on one of those piers or something, maybe. What do you got? Sore
I mean, we're still
carpal
just
tunnel.
cruising. We don't have to go that fast.
Yeah.
We were kind of hauling ass there.
Yeah, yeah. We can
Well,
we can just
I was.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're not out here to race. We're just out here
Oh,
to
dude.
enjoy peace and quiet.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I went to the bay the other day, and it was this the entire way. There was not a ripple in the water.
Went by yourself?
Well, when we went for a run,
Ah.
we just run up to the water, and it's some mornings like just like this. Like when the sun comes up, it looks like that. It's awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah, I get texts from you all early in the morning. Like, what is this guy doing awake?
Well, there's sometimes when I'll get a text from you at like 11:25, and then I'll respond at like 5:45.
Yeah, different time schedules. Whenever I text you after 9 o'clock, I'm like, ooh, he's probably in bed.
No, you don't got to worry about that. There's my night routine is so well prepared at this point in my life that it really I am out like a light.
Mm-hmm.
All I will say.
That's pretty good. Most people lie in bed.
Oh yeah.
Like
for
awake.
A while. That's
thinking about work.
Well, that's the thing. Like I've actually like made myself like I tell myself at nighttime before I fall asleep, I'm like, why are you giving work that much credit in your life? That you're allowing yourself to think about something that's not positive right before you fall asleep. That's your time. You're not even getting paid right now to think about work. Like, why are you thinking about work?
Trying to self-internalize.
It's so easy to think about stupid crap.
Get down that rabbit hole. The worst is when you're dreaming about it and you're like, your brain's just trying to solve complex problems that you're never going to solve while asleep. But for some reason, it feels like it's got to be productive.
Yep.
Using up that CPU.
When
General foreman a couple of times, man. You're 24/7 on that job. You're just constantly problems. Going to sleep thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it.
yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Are you still putting Austin down every night, Chris?
Am I putting him down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, same with us. Like, we have some friends that like they don't do that every night and stuff. I don't know what their schedule is, but so I'm still putting Declan down, and we'll do a journal entry, we'll do some reading, and we'll do some letters. And
That's awesome.
It's taken so long to get to that point though, because like he used to like hop in bed and then want to like, mountain climb on the wall in his room.
Yeah.
And I would say it's probably taken 3 years to teach the kid how to like deep breathe and like do it to an extent that like it's a meaningful deep breath where he'll like breathe in for at least like 3 seconds and try to hold it for a couple seconds and then like let it out. And I can get him to do it like 10 times in a row. He's out like a light though, like 5 minutes after his 10th breath. It's awesome. It's such a benefit, but I'm not lying. Like it's taken me like 3 years, like consistently at least once or twice a week to be like, let's do it. And like in the beginning, he would be like, and you're like, you're such a little crap.
That's awesome that you're teaching him like mindfulness at such a young age.
Well, I was worried too, because when he starts school, I know he's going to be getting in trouble all the time. I know he's not going to be able to focus and listen like day one and stuff. But I'm telling him like, when your teacher yells at you this year coming up, because she's going to yell at you, man. Like, just sit there and do your deep breathing. Like, if you can do 5 or 6 of them in a row, you'll be able to stop what you're doing and focus for a little bit longer and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I just really don't want to, like, I know that the easy way out of that is medication these days. I want to fight that tooth and nail.
Oh,
you know?
for sure. Don't they teach meditation in school nowadays?
They should if they don't.
I thought they did.
Do they?
Yeah.
They did it one time in Jersey. They were teaching it. This was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was really becoming popular. And students' grades were improving and everything. But in the beginning of the meditation, they say this, like, praise to some Asian god or something. My parents got all...
Oh, they got all worried.
Oh, I can't imagine how that went over.
Yeah. Yeah.
They stopped it.
This heathen school.
Yeah, I can totally see that happening. But yeah, no, it's been, I would say, because before I was able to get him to do it consistently, which is, it's been this summer where he's finally like taken to it. Like, it would take me like sometimes probably a good 40 minutes to get him to calm down, like in bed.
Yeah, I could see
And just
that.
sit there and try to fall asleep.
He is high.
And it would get to the point sometimes where I'm like not yelling, but like he knows that I'm like worked up about it. I'm like, dude, you need to stop moving. Like, stop moving your legs.
Do you like staying there until he
Yeah.
actually closes his eyes and
Yeah.
falls?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like we got into putting him to bed in that manner from such a young time, and we just never even changed it. But I don't know. I don't mind it. I like it because eventually it's never gonna, eventually it's not gonna be that way, and eventually you'll never be able to go back and do that. So
That's very true.
like, just get out of my room. I don't want you in here while I'm falling asleep. I'm a big boy now. Like, I don't need that, And eventually that'll be cool and stuff. But right now, I like the reading, the journal, and going over things. And because like he's so high. He's got so much energy. He moves so fast that like at nighttime when I get him to calm down, we actually get to have like a decent conversation about his day and like what he did and what he's interested in, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll kind of put Austin down to that extent, but we don't stay in there. We'll read the books and I'll tuck him in and everything and have some quiet time talk with him. But after that, I'm like, all right, have a good night. Love you.
Oh yeah, if both of our kids, if we try to get out of bed before they fall asleep, they're like, I'm not done yet. Come here. Come here.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
The things that you don't realize
Anthony Robbins
in the dad world.
talks about that in his book Unlimited Power.
Oh, does he?
I read that 1,000 years ago.
He
said it works your lymph nodes, it cleans your lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes. Yeah.
And he said that's why they think athletes have such a low rate of cancer, because they're exercising all the time. Breathing hard like that. And when you breathe like that, it cleans your lymph nodes.
That is interesting. I can totally see how that makes sense.
And he had a breathing exercise for you to do. You like inhale for say 5 seconds and hold it for 8 seconds and blow it out for 8 seconds or whatever.
Yep.
Now, what do the lymph nodes do?
Huh?
What's the purpose of the lymph node?
That's what they actively clean your system out. Yeah.
Really?
As they
I thought that
filter out.
was like the liver and kidney.
Well, the liver does for the things that you digest. But then the other crap that's floating around, your lymph nodes, is part of your immune system. It just clears out a lot of like bad cellular structures. Yeah.
That's what I remember of.
And it's true though. I've read that too, where like when you are breathing heavily, you're increasing your circulation, which is also increasing the throughput of your lymph nodes too. So that does make complete sense.
My stepdad said that jumping on this little trampoline helped his lymph nodes out. He had prostate cancer. What's that?
There's something to that for sure.
I guess just exercise. It's not so much the movement. The doctor, it's so funny. It's so funny like watching him like, okay, so you had cancer, so now you're gonna jump on this little trampoline for like half an hour a night. Whatever floats your boat. Like you could have just gone for a walk, but the trampoline. Because he gets to sit there and watch his monster movies or whatever. Can't watch monster movies when you go on a walk, you know?
You can't.
What are we talking about?
His dad.
We changed it.
His dad. That's so funny.
Yeah, he jumps on the trampoline to, apparently it was good for his lymph nodes.
Does he put on the appropriate attire to jump on a trampoline?
No, I'm pretty sure he would do it like in his underwear.
That's appropriate attire.
Classic kook move. He's a total kook.
That's so awesome though. I do look forward to the days that I don't have a 9-to-5 in my later life. Like there's gotta be, and obviously we have an expert behind me right now who can opine on this, but the idea to be able to just wake up and do the things that like you're thinking about and do them in a quality way. Like I was talking to my So my stepdad, Charlie, he's putting this little fence up. And
Oh,
we
we
were
want to get out of this guy's way, or we're good?
we're good. He'll go around us.
I'm gonna turn up your mic here, cause what mic you got?
Is it picking up?
Oh, check.
Test, 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 test.
Hey, give me a test.
Test, 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 test.
Ah,
Test, test.
hard to tell. It's not in stereo, so.
No worries. I think we're getting it. But he's putting this little fence in outside, and it was Jennifer, him, and I talking, and
You guys want a flotilla over here?
yeah, we can flotilla.
I'm feeling. I meant to grab the braces, but
You're good, man. Let's do it.
some wraps.
The
I had a brace in my house. You should have told me I could have.
do you got him in both?
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
gnarly. Dude, I wish I had the nice camera right now.
it's a beautiful morning.
I need to bring that out here.
Eventually, we're gonna need to use the funds from our YouTube channel, which right now are lacking a little. We do
I wanted
have
to
2
ask you about your
subscribers,
business
though.
plan.
We have 2 subscribers that are currently out here.
2 subscribers, hey now.
But we're gonna have to get one of those electric hydrofoil boards.
Oh,
Come out here on a day like this, you know?
I feel like every day has been this nice. When we've come out kayaking, it's never choppy.
No, I wouldn't. And I'm hoping that I can't remember either if in the fall and winter time around here, like, does it get choppy in the morning, Wyatt?
Well,
Why would it?
It's the wind.
It's just it's just a wind. I was,
Depends, how the wind's.
but
In the summertime, when you're early like this, there's not much wind. But then as the day heats up, you
Yeah.
start getting the thermals and the wind starts
Yeah.
coming under.
Yeah.
The cooler air comes up. Look at this thing was like a foot out of the wood.
but it just seems typical in the summertime. Like every time we've been out, other than last weekend when it rained, deal.
Yeah. I usually see it like this in the morning, and then maybe 8 o'clock it starts getting, not choppy, but you can see there's a wind blowing and it's at the top of the road, so,
Yeah.
Kind of weird that, like, you gotta wait for the sun to come out for there to be wind.
Yeah.
Heats up those air molecules.
Yeah, so everything starts kind of moving around and getting agitated.
Do you ever drop some knowledge like that on your kids and think that you're like a god of sorts? And he's like, why is there wind? Well, it's just hot air and cold air moving past each other.
Trying to explain what happens in space and
You
why
wanna-
matter has gravity. He's like, what's dark matter? I'm like, well, it's gravity. He's like, what's gravity? I'm like, well, anything that has mass is gravity. Even this table. But
And then
it's so small.
And then you go into what the meaning of life is, and your kid's like, "Can I get a peanut butter?"
Yeah, they're
and
like,
jelly?" Like, what
completely
I
checked
don't
out.
care, man.
They got bored after the first 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You guys want a flotilla?
Yeah, let's flotilla.
Speed,
when you gotta-
speed racer over
You
here.
gotta put out the
We got a bunch?
legs for the lazy boy, you know. You gotta
Yeah,
lean
that sounds
back
comfy.
just a little bit.
I've been getting some good
I
pictures.
took Iko out on this when they first got back.
You're good. You're good.
She's laying down in the front of that thing like the Queen of Egypt, man.
In this one?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
She's laying up. I'm thinking, what did I get myself into? I hope I can do this. I took her down to the end and back. I hope I can steer this thing by myself from back here.
Was it hard to steer?
That wasn't bad.
I was curious. What do you think is better, sitting up front by yourself or sitting in the back by yourself?
Back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it'd be hard to turn sitting in the front.
Okay.
Trying to get the back to follow you. Back here, I think you can control it better.
There needs to be a rudder of sorts, because I swear I just zigzag constantly.
I think it would make a huge difference on a kayak. I think you can probably get them too, where they sit on the back and they sit on like the top part of the kayak, and then once you're in the water, you can kind of pull a lever and it'll drop it in. But I'm sure it would make a huge difference.
Maybe a little fan down there, just help you along the way. And then a kayak caddy where you can put your
Yep. The kayak caddy.
caddy.
Is really what you need.
There's gotta be,
There's got.
I don't know, there's gotta be like a tray that goes in
there's
front
gotta
here.
be something that you can clip on. you know, and just have a little table, have some bacon and eggs, you know?
Yeah, maybe a little hot plate. Yeah,
The hot plate would
right?
be...
You throw the bacon on when you leave.
That could be a New Year's episode.
Little solar panel on the back. You got a whole house.
January 1, 2022. You get a little hot pan out in the kayak. Make yourself a little breakfast. That's a good episode right there. That's what the subscribers want to see.
There's got to be such a risk of electrocution.
There would have to be. Well, I was thinking, I mean, he's got a marine battery that we hook up to the 6-person rowboat, aka the yacht at the house.
Oh, yeah.
And if we put a box fan in the water, we could hardwire it to the marine battery. I mean, we could really get going.
There's no way the box fan would do anything substantial.
Could you imagine seeing that, though? As someone kayaking with a box fan just hummering through that water.
You know, I can imagine it. Yeah. I think it would be more effective as like an airboat motor.
You know, every time
More coffee?
More
coffee?
Every time we do the flotilla, I'm always thinking, this is exactly why we come out here.
I saw a hovercraft the other day.
A hovercraft?
Really?
Yeah, you know those. It was on TV.
What, where they stand on it?
They are, right? The hovercraft.
No.
Oh, like the hoverboard with like the
Like
two wheels?
Australia or something. They're real big.
Oh.
And they got like a rubber bottom.
Oh,
and
yeah,
go
like
in
an
and
actual
they got a
one,
big
yeah.
fan in the back, and they go right up to the land when they drop people off.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
It would be cool to have like one for like a 4-man hovercraft or something. Like we could put it right in behind my house and come out here and ride around.
I like that idea.
Man, that would be amazing. Where's your cup?
I like where your head's at.
That really would be cool.
So you just ride it right up on the land? You wouldn't even have to get your feet wet when you get in?
They had these
Hold
little.
on, I wanna
Remember I
get sand
showed
on
you
it.
this, Tommy? Those
There's
little
already
round
sand on it.
tubes with the motor in the middle, little troll motor in the middle. Remember?
Yes.
And they were only like $100
Yes.
for 2 of them.
Yes.
I was like, this thing's got to be a scam. There's no way it could be that cheap.
Wait, where did you see it?
It was on.
It was an ad on Yahoo, I think, wasn't
Ad
it?
on Yahoo.
Oh, on Yahoo, nevertheless. The ads are bad enough on Facebook and Instagram, but Yahoo,
Did
they'll just take anybody's money.
Dude, I'm gonna get.
It's just one guy pulling the strings on the back end,
I'll get that.
keeping it all together.
I couldn't trust it, but they were really cool looking. It was like a big round inner tube, and you sit in the middle. It's got like a console in the middle, and you just sit in the middle with the motor,
Okay.
and you just go all around. You can play bumper car with it, or do. I thought that'd be perfect
It
for
did
behind the house.
See, what you got to do
It
is
did look
real.
perfect for the
It
house.
really worked.
you look up like the manufacturer, if it says a manufacturer, and then you go and buy it somewhere else. That's what I do when I see something cool on Instagram. I'm like, ooh, I would love to buy that, but I've been burned in the past. I bought this jacket that was supposed to be like $250 for, what was it, $40. And I was like, dude, the photos, I'm telling you, this bomber jacket looked awesome.
More than that?
That's good. Appreciate you. And when I got it, it was the cheapest piece of Alibaba garbage. And yeah, so now I never buy anything off of social. They ruined it for me. They need to vet the companies that come on and advertise on there better, because now I'm not buying jack squat.
Well, they were $100 for 2 of them. I was like, oh, I don't want anything.
Oh.
I need you to hold it.
I'm handing you my coffee.
Yeah, but
Oh,
get it?
bro. Oh,
Yahoo really turned into a different type of
they crapped the bed, man.
internet company, didn't they?
You remember Yahoo Pool?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sitting there like, I can't believe I'm playing pool with somebody online.
Oh yeah. The
And you chat with them.
but not only that, like they went from like, you know, a mediocre,
Top dog.
decent search engine to just a tabloid counter of the grocery store.
They've got
Very, like-
Yahoo Sports, where they give away free NFL, so I downloaded that app.
That's true. The Yahoo Sports, they do have a decent survival fantasy football type of situation going on. Yahoo
And-
Sports is good. You're right. You're right.
And then they've got finance, the Yahoo Finance.
that is pretty popular, isn't
And they
it?
pop up a lot in feeds. So I feel like those are the two. You got sports and you got money.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Everything else is just tabloid.
nobody's
Yeah.
actually using it for anything.
That's a good point.
I look at it pretty much every day because it's got everything. You know, it's got all different
Yeah.
stuff.
So you're still using the Yahoo? You use it to search for stuff?
No, I usually Google it.
You're just on there reading some tabloids.
Just looking at the news.
looking at hoverboards that you might be able to pick up. Hey, how's it going?
Play like crossword puzzles. You know how you play it?
Mm.
Been.
Oh, jeez, this guy. Here we go. You ready for this wake?
Starting now, man.
I'm like, wait, come on,
I tell you
guy.
what, last time when I came out with those
Jeez.
buddies, 3 boats. I think it was maybe 2 or 3 boats.
Oh, it's the biggest
slowed
one.
down for us, and they didn't cause. It was awesome. It was so nice.
Yeah.
It's
It's just inconsiderate right there.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a big one. You know, I've been checking out DuckDuckGo and Bing lately.
You know, I've seen a lot more traffic on websites that I manage from DuckDuckGo.
I've been using it on my phone full time now, and I gotta say, it's not bad at all.
You like the uncurated results?
I like it.
What's DuckDuckGo?
It's a search engine just like Google, Bing, Yahoo, but it's also they also have a web browser. So like if you're on Safari on your iPhone and you go to Google, you're just using Google's search engine to find what you want to find.
Okay.
And then DuckDuckGo has their own application, so like you can open up DuckDuckGo just like you would Safari to browse the internet, but then they also are a search engine, so you can search into it and find results just like Yahoo, Bing, or Google and stuff.
But they don't track you.
But they don't
That's the big thing. They don't track you with any cookies, and they don't give you curated results where, like, if you look up, you know, puppies for a week straight on YouTube, whatever that one story was.
Yeah, it'll.
And then, now inevitably you're seeing everything about puppies.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I do that it does it all the time.
What's your
We buy
YouTube
stuff,
feed
and
look
then
like?
The next thing, it's all over everything we're watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We swear to things listening to us because
They are.
about
Yeah.
something.
Chrome. Have you heard about this?
I don't think I have.
All right. So, and this may have been like a year ago, but apparently in Chrome, like it can actually listen to you for keywords that you're saying, and then it will re-advertise to you. So like the microphone is now listening to what you're saying, but picking out key phrases and words. That's why you talk about something and then And I've got Chrome on my phone, so I'm wondering, is Google just listening to me
All day.
all day?
Oh my.
I mean, I know it's waiting for like, hey Google, but like
It's
other
not
times.
It doesn't even have to be open on your phone. You don't have to open it up. You just
Sometimes it works, sometimes it. So I can go like, okay, Google.
Okay.
There it is. How's it going today?
Well, isn't that like, you know, from the Alexa standpoint, like they designed it to have 2 microphones, and one microphone was only going to listen for the specific tone of you saying Alexa after you train it for your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would turn on the other microphone that is then listening for everything.
Ah.
But, I mean, I feel like if you believe that, and you believe that Amazon is that benevolent,
Considerate? Yeah, right. Benevolent's a good word.
you're fooling yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a shame though that like technology has gotten to a point where it's almost an adversarial relationship you have with technology, because it really does fix so many things in the world, but there's just so many negatives that like it's a shame that we
All
don't
these little lies that we tell ourselves every day.
like I think it'd be awesome if like technology was being able to listen to you and like help you throughout your day in massive ways. But now we're thinking like, oh, they're just spying on us, all these companies, and just curating our data for their own benefit.
Reselling your data.
Yeah.
The government, man. What's it gonna turn into?
Skynet.
You know, I watched Terminator 2 more recently, and that movie holds up.
Did it hold up?
Yeah,
Really?
so good. I mean, the special effects didn't really hold up,
Yeah.
but they were phenomenal for the time.
I remember watching Independence Day as a kid and being like, do we need to make any more? Do we need to make any more movies after this one? Because this is pretty substantially awesome.
The way they did that with the model and then the firecrackers, did they have backup models? Like, oh yeah, we made we buy them by the dozen.
What movie are you talking about?
Independence Day, when they blew up the White House.
And then on the TV that we had as a kid, there was a button that said surround sound. And it didn't, it just added like an equalizer, like a sound filter onto, like just made it a little bit more bassy, you know, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, one day I'm gonna watch Independence Day on this TV, and I'm gonna press that surround sound button, and I'm gonna be sitting really nice. And I did it as I got older, and the graphics are awful in that movie.
Is it really?
They're
Oh
awful.
no!
Like you know when like there's an explosion, you're like, no, that's not even a real. That's just orange and yellow on a screen. Is all that is.
Oh, you're ruining it for me. I haven't seen it in so long.
When I lived in Wheatland, I fixed my downstairs, my basement up, and made a family room down there, and I put speakers all the way around, you know, so you had speakers behind you.
Yeah.
You watch movies, man, like a scary movie, or it's like Jurassic Park, where the dinosaurs crack, the leaves are cracking, sneaking up on you or something. You turn around behind you, looking, you know, you're like, what is it? It was pretty wild.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know what movie does hold up though?
Jurassic Park definitely holds up.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's never not going to hold up.
That was a cool movie.
They look like real dinosaurs. I'm convinced that they actually cloned dinosaurs for that movie.
It's cool how they explained it to you, how they did it, and all in the
Dino DNA.
Great plot.
Yeah.
Great plot.
I love how they go into the science. That was really
yeah.
cool. Makes it really a believable story.
But Deep Impact holds up. Did you guys ever see Deep Impact?
Negative.
It was like the
Oh wait, yeah.
It was the Series B of the asteroid movies, because Armageddon. I mean,
Yeah,
you really,
yeah. Right.
You know, what an all-star cast Armageddon had. You know.
Then you had like Space Cowboys or whatever.
Oh, that was the Series C for sure. Yeah.
Was that Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis was
Oh,
Armageddon.
yeah.
But I think Tommy Lee Jones was Space Cowboys, wasn't it?
Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, it was all the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Was Clint Eastwood one of them?
I don't think so. Was he?
He could have been.
It was back in the 90s, the magical era
Clint
of
Eastwood was
asteroid
about
movies.
110 back then and still moving around.
Yeah, he's still moving.
He's still doing something right now.
Dude, something.
Is this the osprey nest that you used to always come to, Wyatt? The one up there?
Over there, right behind you.
Oh, that one right there. I got you.
That's as far as I used to go.
Oh, yeah?
No, we went last time, didn't we? Go.
We went all the way.
We went all the way out.
That's
Yeah.
the first time I ever did that.
Dude,
Yeah.
we are still moving.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
are
this.
moving,
We're like
yeah.
in a river.
I go by myself. I just go up to that osprey nest. It took me a half hour to get to that osprey nest and back.
Yeah.
I mean, a half hour there and a half hour back, I think, is what it was like.
Yeah.
What's over here if we go down this little canal area?
It just kind of wraps around. It's just a little cove.
Oh, yeah? You want to explore that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've never considered exploring this portion before.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sun is intense today.
It is. It's out right now.
You know, you don't really think about applying SPF at 5 a.m.,
Yeah,
but I think moving forward...
You're going to be putting it on, huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing a couple minutes ago. It was burning my face a little bit.
Yep.
I should have put something on.
Let me turn around, let it burn the neck a little.
Yeah.
We got bug spray if you want to put that on.
Where we want to go.
It really is. It's like a guided tour. I don't think I've ever noticed that house back there either.
This is like the Jungle Cruise at Disney World.
It really is.
Did you guys see the movie?
I didn't watch it yet with the kids.
No, yeah.
It's a good movie, yeah.
I can't believe that you could just watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Is this all because of COVID?
You got Plex, right, Tom?
We got Plex, yeah.
It's on there.
Yeah, it's on Disney too though. Yeah.
You guys got the Plex
Do you
going?
have to pay for it on Disney, or is it on there?
I don't
think it's just
so.
on there. I think.
They were advertising another movie one time, and your mom and I went to watch it, and you had to pay for it.
Yeah, I know they did that for a couple of them. Like the blockbusters that they're putting out, you got to pay for them.
It's a good movie, though. It's a typical Disney, like Pirates of the Caribbean, you know. It's
Yeah.
a little bit of swashbuckling going on.
Swashbuckling.
That's a word I don't use enough.
Mm-mm.
The term, I
Pretty
guess.
good.
Pirate word of the day.
Swashbuckling.
Do you see he pulled up next to a tour bus and going through his neighborhood? And he's like, "Hey, anybody seen The Rock?" And they're going, "Oh my God, it's The Rock!" He's like, "Hey man, how you guys doing?" You know, he talked to him
funny.
for a second and he drove away. But he was filming himself the whole time on his dashboard. And I'm thinking, is that what this guy does? He rides around filming himself wherever he goes. He's always got the little camera on him or something.
I know a lot of people do that. He does seem like a legitimately cool, down-to-earth guy, though.
He does.
You don't hear stories about him being an ass. people, you know?
No, I got a theory.
Michael was into that wrestling crap when he was about 10 years
How
old.
dare you
12 years
disrespect WWF
His dad
and Hulk
was
Hogan by calling it crap, Wyatt.
And
It was glorious when I was a child.
The Rock came to Concord Mall.
Oh, did
I
he?
took him up there to see him, and he was up there for. We stood outside in the freezing cold for like over an hour. Then we finally got in. He was late getting there. We got there, and every kid got up and get their picture taken. I asked Michael, "Where's that picture of you and the Rock?" I don't know.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah, you need
And
that.
I was trying to get him. He was scared to death when he went up there and sat next to me. And I'm like, grab him in a headlock or something. Do something with him, you know? He's like, no.
Dance, clown, dance.
Yeah, he's I think he's the highest paid actor right now.
He should be the highest paid actor.
Hardest working man in the room. We tried his tequila, Terramana.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Was it okay?
It was good. I mean, it wasn't no Don Julio.
You guys are fans of drinking tequila neat and
Yeah.
right?
And eating?
No, like drinking it neat, like without anything.
Neat.
You know?
Yeah, I enjoy it. But the añejo, like the aged, that's definitely one that you want to drink neat. But the silver,
Yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Or the reposado, because they don't have that smoky kind of flavor to it.
I need you to walk me down because I feel like I probably only tried. Like I was never a tequila fan growing up.
There's some
once I hit
tequila
the
that,
age of 21.
yeah.
And you know, everybody's first entrance into tequila
Like
is
Salsa,
usually like
something horrible.
Salsa or
Don Julio, or
yeah,
no,
like the McCormick's tequila.
yeah,
you
oh
know?
God, yeah.
The $10 bottle, and then when you eventually make it all the way up to Jose, you're like, this is living.
Mhm.
Jose is living. And then you understand that there's way better stuff out there. But
You know, agave takes 14 years to get to maturity.
I did not know that.
So anytime you drink tequila, yeah, that's why it's kind of on the expensive
I
side.
didn't know that. What about Mezcal? Have you had that?
Yeah.
What's that? How's that different from tequila?
That, I don't think it is.
Mm.
I thought it was just a brand.
Maybe I'm thinking.
I got
different
something
then.
to learn here.
Maybe I'm thinking about something different. I don't know. But getting back to the movie though.
Oh, yeah.
The I have not been watching TV shows and movies as of late for no particular reason at all. Just I haven't found the time. But it seems to me like there's so much out there now. The content is so watered down that the shows that should stand out, that would have stood out maybe 10 years ago, don't stand out anymore. Like, are there shows out there now that are as good as like Lost and The Wire and Sopranos, but there's just so much streaming content out there now that like they don't get the notoriety that they once got, you know?
Yeah.
Same for movies too.
Sopranos, though, I mean, that was a league of its own. Nobody had ever really done that before.
We were just talking
where
about
they like
that.
build on top of it instead of having like a Seinfeld where there's some plot motifs
But not
here
a
and
ton.
there, but it doesn't build.
Yeah.
And you could kind of see a couple holes, like I forget exactly where, but in Sopranos, I'm like, oh, they're setting up to do this, or I'm like, I never really saw that character ever again. They should like reintroduce him, or there was no closure, and it was like kind of a big episode, and then you don't hear about it ever again. So like, there's a couple little like gaps there where, but for the most part, my God, yeah, I watched it recently for the first time.
I've never seen it.
Like a year ago, I guess recently.
Yeah.
You've never seen
I've
it?
never seen The Sopranos. I mean, just idea.
Oh!
I didn't, because when did it come out? When we were in grade school when it came out? Was it that long ago?
No.
Were we in
Wait,
high
how many
school then?
seasons were there? 7?
I guess we were in high school probably at the end of high school when
So-
it came out.
The last season I remember was 2008. It was either 2008 or 2009.
Okay.
One of those. I remember because I was working at this place.
So right.
And my boss was like, last episode of Sopranos, what do you think's going to happen? Like, I've never seen an episode.
I need
But
to watch it.
super good.
I do need to watch it.
Don and I started watching it a while back. We got like 2 episodes and we were like, I don't know. Everybody was taking fits over, but we were having a hard time getting into it.
I think it's like one of those things you have to
Stay with it.
Persevere.
Yeah, you gotta stick with it. It's a slow rolling drama, mafioso drama.
Yeah. I had to I begged Jennifer to start watching Breaking Bad with me.
Oh, have you seen it?
Dude,
what
I
awesome
was such a fan
Okay,
of Breaking
okay,
Bad.
yeah.
That show is
She never
just
watched it?
phenomenal.
They set the bar higher and higher, and I don't know how
And
they broke through it every time.
Every season was better than the last, and every season was my favorite as I went along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was just so the changes of
Like, how are they gonna top this?
man.
How are they gonna like blow this out of the water even more?
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna drop a nuclear bomb? But like they find a way.
They find a way. It was, and I think it was such a good like. There was only 5 seasons of it?
Probably.
5 or 6 at
Yeah.
most, right? And,
Yeah.
Like it was that. It's
Jamie,
what it
pull
needed
that
to
up.
be. Like it shouldn't. They didn't need to go further than that. Like it started great. It ended perfectly. And I haven't watched the last season of Better Call Saul yet, but I'm a huge fan of that show too.
Oh yeah,
Odenkirk he's awesome.
dude. Yeah, is he doing better?
Why? What happened?
There's 5 seasons. You don't know about Bob Odenkirk?
Wait, did he what?
He had he went to the ER complaining about like chest pains.
How long ago was this?
A couple months, maybe a month.
No way. And
Yeah.
we haven't heard from him since.
But he's doing better. But
oh no.
like I hope he enjoys his life. But I hope he's just not like there's more to life than
Acting.
acting.
Oh
See
man.
that
I gotta
movie
travel the world.
He's in where he's
He's
married and
he's like ex-CIA.
yeah, he's an ex-CIA guy.
What is it called? I Am Nothing.
I don't think I saw that or heard about it.
What the heck is it called?
He's like this husband and his wife.
I'm Nobody.
Real boring life, you know. And
Yeah.
turns out he's ex-CIA, and I forget what happens. Tell you the truth, but some guys mess with him, and he ends up wiping out a bunch of people.
Huh.
It's just like a little thing that like irks him, and it's funny. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it. But they took his daughter's like teddy bear, and eventually just snapped.
I know. That's a good point right there because I was wondering if Hollywood, to get back to their glory days, is going to send Liam Neeson over to Afghanistan right now to film like Taken 47. Like
How many Takens are there? How many times can his family get taken?
They're definitely going to be up there with Fast and the Furious one of these years.
We watched a movie. He was way up north in the snow somewhere.
Was it The Wolf?
He was like a plow driver. It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Was it The Wolf?
Might have been. I forget.
I think.
Is that where the plane crashed?
There's a couple.
I don't know.
I saw
He plays
one
the
up
same
there
character in
every time.
movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been taken. I'll get to it after lunch.
But he seems like he seems like a type of person I would want to hang out for an evening and have a good conversation.
Oh, yeah,
with, you know?
without a doubt.
And
He empowers the mid-50-year-old
he does.
to be like, yes,
does.
there's still badassery afoot.
I did hear an interview with him, and they said like, you know, when you watch Taken 3, you know, what did you think about it? He was like, you know, I haven't seen it, but I did see the beach house it bought me. And I was like, I don't have a problem with you saying that. Like
He doesn't even watch his own movies?
No, man. He gets the game.
He's doing it for the money.
Yeah, it's just a game out there, man.
His wife died.
But you'd
I
think
guess.
you'd watch the movie.
No.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, she died in a ski accident.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Patricia something. I forget what her last
Oh,
name
when did
was.
that happen?
10 years ago now.
Probably a little longer than 12 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, so like right after Taken, or right before Taken.
Yeah, right.
So
around
that
the
was like
time.
real.
Yeah.
That's why there was so much emotion in
Yeah,
that for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was pretty.
It's
but it was-
one thing to like.
I think she
prepare
had
for it?
she fell, hit her head, didn't want to go to the hospital to get a CAT scan, and she had a small internal bleed in her brain.
Oh,
and,
God.
And overnight, too much pressure and it killed her.
Oh.
That'd be a crappy way. Like Steve Jobs too. Like I always.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Come
if
on.
he had started that cancer treatment way earlier when they told him to,
He was
he'd
on
probably still
some
be here. It's a shame.
BS all night. Well, it was pancreatic cancer, wasn't it?
It was. So I mean, granted, he would not have lived to be 90, but he probably would have, because Trebek That's what he died from, I believe, is pancreatic
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's such an awful cancer.
That's how my grandmother died.
But you got to imagine people that were that assertive in life, their voices not being heard in today's world with all this chaos. It's probably something that we could probably benefit from.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get a little bonfire going out here in the fall and winter. You know, like if we can separate the boats just enough
What?
to put the solo stove in there
Ah!
with the kayak caddy, and we're rolling. We can get a steam engine going. You know, we should really.
Oh, that is... All right. I think we're going to need to get some dowel sticks and maybe make sure that we're properly...
But we totally could figure out a way to tie the kayaks together on both ends and get that marine battery out here with that little trolling motor.
With the box fan?
Man, with the box fan.
Get the box fan in the back?
I'm telling you. Sam from Dogfish will absolutely have to come on the podcast once we have the box fan in the water.
Who are these kooks with the bonfires, the umbrellas? Mm-hmm. They got the box fan. They're cooking breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful morning.
Have you guys seen that, the mountain?
The guy from Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won like 10. He just won his 10th consecutive strongman competition.
Oh.
I think they said in October, and he decided he wanted to start boxing.
Uh-huh.
So he's lost 100 pounds.
Whoa.
He looks like his stomach is just pure muscle, man. It's pure six pack.
Just shredded.
He look like the same person.
Yeah, he probably just got all tone. It's none.
Oh yeah, he's like.
That's incredible.
No fat at all, man. He's gonna box. Can you imagine boxing that dude?
No.
What's he like, 6'8" or something?
I think he's taller than that.
Solid muscle, man.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Like a little fight with him. Like,
Yeah.
He looked like a midget.
He did look like a midget. I think how tall is Conor McGregor? Like 6 foot? I don't think he's like maybe 6'1".
Our height or something.
He's like 140. He can't be that tall.
Is that what? Yeah, you're right. Is he 140? Is that what he fought
I
at?
thought so. 145.
That is tall. I mean,
They're not that big.
No, they're not. That
He's a
camera
little cocky.
Does a good amount for it.
But yeah, I mean, it's one thing to be really strong with specific motions, but it's another thing to be strong when you have to like be exceptionally agile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I could totally see some Bruce Lee coming in. Maybe I've watched too many action movies. But, I think.
It's like the guy in Game of Thrones. He thought he had him with his agility, running around him, hitting him in the legs with his thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
He
Yeah.
got a hold of his head. That was the end of it. I never expected that. That blew me out of my chair when he popped that guy's head.
That was such a good scene. Like, there's no way it could ever happen. But like,
so brutal.
Such a good
like,
writing.
You just don't expect that.
I was kind of like, that's interesting. The good guy actually won. This is not. Nah, this ain't happening. Where's the twist?
Yeah.
And then I was pretty disappointed because I enjoyed that fight. I enjoyed that scene.
That guy was a good character.
Do you want to try to scoot?
I was just gonna try to turn around a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe get the camera to have a little
different view.
Different focus, you know?
So it's 7:22. I got to be back at like 8:15.
Let's start rolling back then.
And it's going to be a long one. Man, we are cruising.
I think so.
Dude, we have got to get the crab traps in the water.
Here we are. Let me get some space going.
I don't know what I've been doing with my life.
Crab traps out here.
Like, we still got a month and a half, maybe 2 of good crabbing left. How late can you really crab?
I don't know. I guess all of September, I think, makes sense. Yeah.
But the water's pretty warm through October.
I haven't really been seeing any jellyfish, though, today, which I'm surprised. Usually, this time of year, they are plentiful.
You guys ever get stung?
I have not gotten stung this year.
Are these the stinging kind of jellyfish?
Yeah, they are in here for sure, because both of my kids have gotten stung here.
What do you do?
I usually just pee on their leg.
Are you serious?
No, not at all.
Ah! I thought that was a myth, just to like you know, play a frat bro trick on your buddy.
To both of them, I was like, no, daddy, no, daddy, why would you? I don't want that. No, don't do that, daddy.
Oh, just whip it out like,
This is for your own good, son.
pee on me when you've been stung, and now pee on you. Yeah, jeez. We got to get a fishing rod out here.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have to.
What we need to do is buy another battery for the yacht.
Yeah.
And then you can throw one battery in and use the one up, right? If the one
Hey, there's a
out,
little
you got the second battery to get
Yeah,
turtle
I guess.
or fish over here.
Can you? There's a bigger one.
I don't know. There's like a fish that's
Floating?
yeah.
Is he taking a nap?
I think it's a. I don't know what the heck he's doing. I got to investigate this.
He's probably got about 5 minutes left of life.
He's probably trying to get oxygen. It's so warm, there's no oxygen. That's why you see the crabs swimming.
Come here,
down
fish. What the heck is this
Yeah,
thing?
they're trying to get oxygen. They're coming up to the top to get. There's more oxygen at the top than there is at the bottom. That's what the
That
guy-
makes
that's what-
sense.
That's what the crab man told me. You know the crab. Oh,
Nah.
I mean, can there's oxygen molecules?
There he
They
is.
yeah.
with just
What
as
is this fish doing?
hot air rises, does that happen in water as well?
I don't know why it's.
That's
there's more
wild.
oxygen at
Oh, well.
the top. That's what he told me.
Interesting.
More oxygen at the top than the bottom. That's why you see the crabs
I had never thought about that.
swimming around a lot. I noticed them a couple times kayaking out. Crabs
Huh.
all over the place.
But yeah, I guess can we still call it an episode of Yak on Yaks, Chris? If we're in the 6-person rowboat with the trolling motor.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think there needs to be a majority of yaks on yaks.
Agreed.
Yak on yak rowboat edition.
It could be a special
Rowboat
edition,
edition.
yeah.
The rowboat edition.
The bro boat.
Well, that settles that.
All right.
But I'm telling you, we're gonna have to. There's gonna be some some Saturdays coming up in the fall when it's gonna be, that nice cool air,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna want to be out for hours.
Mm. Well, that could be one where take her offshore fishing. How far do you think you could legitimately get?
Whoa.
Oh.
You see that?
I missed it.
There he goes again.
Oh!
He was getting some air, man.
Whoa!
Like,
He
just
got a
getting
big-
some air.
We got a big fish behind him.
What kind of fish do you think is chasing them?
It's got to be like a dog. I would say a dogfish, but I don't see any fins. I don't know what kind of bird it is that I think it. Do we have like falcons around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, red tail phone.
I feel like it might be a falcon, and they make a wild bird sound if that's what it is. Because when we picked the kids up from that camp that the basketball camp they're going to, there is some type of bird that's right next to that vineyard over on 9.
Uh-huh.
Where they're building. I think they're building a grocery store there. I think that's gonna be a wise, which is unfortunate. I wish there was. I wish there would have been
Lame.
something a little more esoteric
Yeah.
of the whole food category,
With all the options, we're gonna get another
we're gonna
Weiss.
get another Weiss.
Thanks, Weiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, need another voice.
But yeah, the sound that bird makes, it's beautiful. It's incredible. And here's another question for you. I saw a video clip of like a whale, like it was like I think it was a humpback whale breaching water right next to some people who were kayaking, and like it had.
Oh, that was like in like British Columbia,
Yeah.
right?
Recently, yeah, because it was underwater, but you could still hear the whale sound, like it was a super loud sound. I
Wow.
didn't realize that. Are
And it
they
gets
that loud that they can
deep,
pierce?
like right here,
It was
essentially.
it would have been in this cavity of water right here.
You gotta be like 50 feet for the whales to really be able to swim around, right? At least.
You would think, right?
But to breach,
yeah,
dude, you gotta get some. That's gotta be like
that would be amazing. To see.
over 100 feet.
That would be amazing to see. Like they weren't jumping. I mean, they were just kind of like
Oh,
coming
okay.
out of the water.
I read
guess
you.
the breach is probably not the correct word. But did you see the whale yesterday, Wyatt? The whale breached itself. At first, one article I saw in the Cape Gazette said it was a humpback. But then Jennifer said she saw something else that said it wasn't a humpback.
We get humpbacks down here?
But it got lost at the little beach, and I guess they were trying to help it navigate back to the ocean, and it got back to the ocean, but I don't know what time it was as far as the tides, and then it beached itself on the point at Cape Henlopen, but on the ocean side. And I think Jennifer said that there were some people maybe trying to help, you know. And I mean, that's a good 6 hours. You got to keep that whale
what
nice
do you
and
do?
wet.
You put like a tow rope on it and strap it to a boat?
I think you got to wait for the tide to come back in, and then I don't know. I think usually what I think they usually do is they try to get like a Home Depot, not a Home Depot lift, but like the
forklift.
Forklift, yeah.
It's like
something along the line that they can maybe tuck something in underneath. I don't know how they attach it to them, but just roll them back in.
Just roll them in.
But
we got another one, Charlie.
I think that's a pretty good gesture by us humans to help those in need sometimes. But it is interesting how we do pick and choose what we really care for, because there was a time when we saw a turtle come up on land in the little beach and lay some eggs, and everybody on the beach was like, oh, this is great, let's get a perimeter, let's really help this turtle out. And somebody called the animal, there's a number around here for wildlife animals if they need assistance or something like that.
Right.
Somebody called and they said, where?
Right to your left.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's awesome. Is there two of them?
That might be one behind it too.
Looks like it.
That's awesome.
I hope I'm filming this.
Oh yeah, you're definitely getting that one.
Oh yeah.
And,
number 2.
That is 2. That's
Listen
so
to
cool.
him.
That's awesome. And what was I saying?
I want to see him dive down and
Grab a
grab one of these fish. Yeah, it's funny what people care about. You called into the animal shelter.
They were like, yeah, they're not endangered, so those eggs will probably just get eaten or walked on.
By me.
Okay, so it doesn't matter at all. But then like a whale comes up and you're like, we need to get some resources over to that whale. Even though it's beaching itself, it's probably dying. We need to help this guy out.
Sayonara, fish suckers. There's a jellyfish.
They have a display at the Baltimore Aquarium. It's like a big long counter, like a fish tank kind of thing, full of jellyfish, and you can reach in and feel the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, they don't sting you? Cool.
What a cruel joke that would be if they were like, oh, they don't sting.
They got electric eels. Yeah, but speaking to like it's interesting what us humans care about. Like, I think it's fascinating how well stories resonate with people. So, for instance, like those kids, they got lost in that cave in Thailand, right? And then the tide came, and if we didn't do anything, and then it must have cost $1 billion or something ridiculous to get those kids out. They were pumping the water everywhere. They had full engineering teams on it. Granted, I guess a lot of people donated their time, but regardless, how many resources. And then, we have horrible things that are happening all the time in a lot of different countries. And yet, like North Korea, ain't nobody caring about North Korea. It's because you can't mess with North Korea without messing with China.
True.
China. But still, it's like, if we really cared, apparently there are concentration camps happening right now. Like generations of concentration camps of people that live in there, have kids, and then those kids have kids, and that's all they know.
Yeah.
That is one hellish existence.
It is a shame, though, that we haven't figured out as a civilization how to fix those types of things.
We must look like such savages to the aliens that are looking down.
Yeah.
And how gullible must we look?
Along with different races. There's no way we're going to get along with a whole different.
Yeah, they're probably like, should we give them that technology that'll solve all their problems? I don't know, Bob. They don't really look like they got it going on here. Maybe they can try to figure it out for themselves.
Hang around, or we just let them kill themselves off, and then we'll take over the planet.
Yeah.
That's all.
Unfortunately. But yeah, and how gullible must we look to them as well? Watch the news. You got all these anti-vaxxers out there. You got all kinds of like complete kooks that are bought in